Dash here with Rollin' Bones. Welcome back. We're doing part 2 of double-sided dungeon tiles today. In this video we will paint and Mod Podge and put on the protective coating of the dungeon tiles. So we'll finish those up and then we'll have some dungeon tiles ready to throw down on the table. So we're going to get started now. We're going to move on to the protection stage of this stuff, and we're going to go on to using the Mod Podge. You can see on the ones that I have done in the past, I've done black. I don't normally do this, but I usually regret it that I don't. I'm actually going to put some gloves on to do the Mod Podge because it takes me long enough. I'm here long enough that I get them, get my hands caked with it, and then it's hard to peel off when it all dries and has been sitting on there forever. So gonna use some gloves today because I have stuff going on tonight and I don't want to have like gray all over my fingers when I'm playing games tonight. When I'm doing my Mod Podge, I will have some water handy, and I get my brush loaded with Mod Podge, and then I get a little bit of water on it, and then I do one side of the tile, and I'm not too concerned about it because this is just there to protect it. I just want to make sure it's not pooling up anywhere and taking away the details. But then I do one side, set it to the side, and then move on to the next tile and just do one side, do all my tiles of one side, then hopefully they're dry by the time I come back to do the other one. That way I never have to set the wet Mod Podge down on the actual table and have it cause problems. So that's just the way that I choose to do that. I have the Mod Podge on the one side, so I'm going to start the other side. More convenient to have one set of tiles that I can flip over and use both ways. That way I don't have to worry about having two sets to try and store, and then also just making duplicates. Having them double-sided just seems like a much better choice. I first saw the double-sided tiles on Tabletop Witchcraft, so and I thought that was a pretty good idea. The first time I saw dungeon tiles in the first place was on Black Magic Craft. So if you're not familiar with those two YouTube channels, you should check them out. I learn a lot of stuff from them. Go check their stuff out. They do super good work. So anyway, we'll just continue along with this, and then we will come back when these are done. Now we have the other side done, and now we will start on the sides. Now I'm going to put a base coat on these, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to start with the stone side. So I'm going to use pewter gray from Apple Barrel. Again, since this is my first color, I'm not too concerned with if it gets other places or gets on other things, but now we're moving on to the brown. I'm going to use burnt umber. Now I'm going to dry brush with caramel, and we will see how that works out. I finished the dry brushing on the wood, and now I'm going to put the wash on the stone. This is old wash. It maybe time to mix up some new stuff. It looks a little blue instead of black, but should work just fine for things though. Finish the wash on the stone now, and most of that's dry, so we're going to move on to the wash on the wood. So here we go. have the wash on the wood side now. Now I'm going to start on the sides, and I'm just going to go with black on those. These are now finished painting, finished dry brushing, finished washing, and as you can see, they work both sides. Now it's time to just go and seal them with a polyurethane spray or whatever spray you choose. Again, just be careful not to use stuff that's going to melt the foam. With the Mod Podge and stuff coating and all the paint that's on there, it should be okay, but test it before you do that anyway. And I'm going to do that part off camera, and we will come back and wrap things up. So now these have been sprayed and now they are finished. This is the spray that I use, Minwax fast drying polyurethane clear satin. I use this on terrain and on foam terrain and things like that. I use some Krylon stuff when I'm sealing models and stuff that I'm working on, but this stuff has shown, at least for me, to be pretty good at being safe with foam products and foam projects, I mean. So anyway, again, test it before you use it, but that's what I use. Here we have the dungeon tiles laid out in a way that they could be used. Obviously these can be set up in any way for any game, anything that you're looking to run. That's just one way of laying things out, and just to give you an example of how these can look and work together. There's also a lot of accessories that can be made for these, and in future videos we will go over those as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and that if this is something you're interested in making, that you have some ideas and some starting places to go from there. And that's the second video on how to make dungeon tiles. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you haven't yet, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate it, and we will see you next time.